What are your overall thoughts on tonight's game?
I'm really proud of the team. I thought we had a great response with everything we asked for from last night, and it was close to our best 60-minute performance, I would say, as we've had.
And it looked like a very fast start to get things going.
Yeah, you could tell the guys were motivated to come out and play the right way. We challenged a lot of guys before the game, and the guys that we challenged really stepped up and had good nights. So it's always great to get a response like that out of your team. We knew that the second night was going to be tougher, so we were going to need to raise our game, and we felt our guys did.
And how were you able to keep Miami out of your defensive zone?
I think by just holding on to the puck, keeping the puck. We didn't throw it away like we did last night. We were able to get a lot of ozone time by protecting the puck, keeping it down low. No hope plays going back the other way, which meant that we had a lot of puck possession. So when we were doing it right, we spent a lot of time there. Whether we scored or created a scoring chance, we still had some of their top players defending a lot of time in their end, which made it hard for them to go on offense.
And I know that next man up has been a big mentality for you guys, and with seeing a lot of new faces in the lineup tonight, getting more playing time, what have you thought about how they've stepped up?
Well, it's just fun to see, some guys that work so hard every day and don't get to play very much, and obviously Will Hammer's one I'm thinking about right now, and he had a chance in the second and just missed the net, and the whole bench was jumping up hoping he'd score. So those are the kind of glue guys, they're glue guys that keep the team together. They work hard every day, they have a great attitude, and to see them get rewarded for playing well tonight was pretty fun.
How did you like your power play tonight?
Well, I loved it. Yeah, it was good. We were really happy with the power play. They created momentum when they had to, and I thought they did a really good job.
Talk about Blake Lazat and his efforts tonight. And what he brings.
Well, that was the line we called out. We specifically brought in Lazat and Newell Jackson and just basically told them last night it wasn't good enough. And you need to play the right way. You need to play as a team. It kind of broke down into individual play last night, we thought. And we couldn't have been happier with their response. We thought they played hard, they played right, they played as a unit. We're really happy with how they played.
And Patrick Newell, 100th career point.
Yeah, another great, when you challenge a guy like him, like we did today, to see him step up and play that well and get that 100th point was pretty special.
And if I remember correctly, you had faith in him all season. You said he was one of the most underrated players in college hockey.
I love that kid. I mean, he plays the right way almost all the time, and he's skilled, and he obviously can skate. Everybody can see that, but he's just so smart in how he plays. So he had an off night last night, but like any great player, they step up and respond.
And Robbie Jackson, known for goal scoring, but he had a pretty nifty pass there.
Yeah, he did.
To Lazat.
Yeah, that was great play in the power play. Obviously, he showed his skill set on that one.
Colorado College.
Yeah. Tracking those guys, but they may be one of the hottest teams in our league, to be honest. I'm sure it's tight with Duluth tonight, but they took North Dakota to 2 overtime games. I believe they went into Miami and got a sweep there. They beat Duluth last night. So I think we're going to be playing one of the hottest teams in our league right now. And, they were picked to finish a lot higher, and I think they were probably a little disappointed in their first half, but it looks like they're firing on all cylinders right now. We're going to have a tough weekend next weekend.
And your guys have been playing exceptional on home ice, not taking a loss here yet. What is it about playing at this rink?
Well, the fans. I mean, the rink was rocking tonight, which was, fans need to know the players feed off that. They feel it. They feel that energy, and when we score and even not just scoring, but our fans will cheer when we're having a good penalty kill. They'll cheer when we're having a good back check, whatever it might be. So it's a pretty special place to play, and it's a momentum building, and our fans can really help us get the momentum when we get rolling.
David Rennick, good as any goalie in the league, but do you ever worry sometimes when he goes so long without seeing any shots?
I think he gets, yeah, I do a little bit. It's been something he's had to deal with mentally, but just like any player, you have to learn how to deal with different situations, and I think David's learning how to handle it real well.
And how about what would we pick better, that pass to Lazat or that goal from Lazat's pass?
I don't know, but I told him when I scored, he came and hugged me. I said, "All right, we're even."
Overall, how do you think about how your team played tonight?
I thought it was great. Really proud of it. Came out, started well. That's something we haven't really been good at too. Like last night, obviously we started well, but kind of got away from it. We thought maybe it'd be an easy night after we scored in the first shift, but I thought this was probably the most complete game we've played maybe all year. We got a little sloppy in the third period, but Coach Larson made sure we tightened that down and held everyone to a high standard. Doesn't matter if we're up 5-0, 5-1. Can't turn pucks over at the blue line, and we got to get pucks out of our zone.
And we talked about this a few minutes ago too, but Patrick Newell, 100th career point. How are you feeling seeing your best friend and roommate do that?
I'm so proud of him, man. Honestly, I feel as happy as when I got 100 points. Like he's worked so hard and he's had so many ups and downs in his college career. And this year, I feel like he's just reaping the rewards. The fruits of his labor are coming, and I don't know what else to say besides the fact that he deserves it. Like that's all there is.
And Coach Larson has also said since the start of the season that he thought Newell was one of the most underrated players in college hockey. Would you agree?
100%, yeah. I think it's a joke that he's not up for the Hobie.
Hey, Coach challenged you guys yesterday. He said, what did he say to you?
Yeah, he talked to us as a line this morning. Just basically said we got to be better. Is the gist of it. He was right, you know. We had some chances off the rush yesterday, but no real sustained in-zone pressure, and that's something that Blake and Newell have been dominant at all years, you know, buzzing around below the dots and stuff like that. And we all kind of just manned up and literally looked Coach square in the face and told him, yeah, we know, and here are the things that we need to do better. And he kind of laughed. He goes, all right, I'm glad we're on the same page. And it was probably a shorter talk than he planned. But yeah, sometimes you just have to look yourself in the mirror. And I mean, we're grown men. We know that we have to be better. And he was right, obviously, and we knew it. So I'm proud of the way that we responded tonight.
Walk us through your goal.
Just, again, battling down low, below the dots. Coxie had it. Coxie was busted to the net. Didn't put it in the net. He apologized for that. But he made a good play sending it back down below the goal line, and the D was kind of pressuring me, so I just kept it going to Blake. And I kind of got tangled up a little bit, so I didn't really see Blake, what happened for the next couple seconds. But all of a sudden, he was alone below the goal line. You know, he left his defender, and you know, he's so slippery and good at that. And honestly, he was coming on his forehand side, and I thought he was gonna get it to me like a quick and try to beat that goalie to the post. And instead, he cut the net. When I made probably a harder play for himself, but made it easier on me. And I was just kind of open on the back door and was praying that I didn't miss that one. Yeah.
I think only the third goal he scored at the Herb Brooks National Hockey Center is that the one that finally opens the floodgates.
I hope. I don't know. I think I need to score more goals at home and on the road. So. I mean, yeah, I certainly hope so. I felt like I was in a little bit of a drought before this game, so felt good to get that one for sure. And you know, sometimes you need your line mates to set you up to kind of get you off the schneid. So thanks, Blake.
And you guys were running the show offensively. How were you able to keep generating shots on net?
Reacquiring pucks for sure. That's something I don't think we did a good job of last night. We also blocked a few more shots than we did last night, I think. I haven't looked at the stat sheet, but it certainly felt that way during the game. Excuse me, but I think definitely in the offensive zone we reacquired pucks. We stayed loose. We didn't let them pin us on the wall or even get tied up in front of the net. And I think the energy, honestly, the energy and the work ethic was just higher tonight.
In the second period, Miami had 4 shots on goal. You guys scored 3 times. Is that one of the better periods you guys have played all year?
I guess so. Yeah, yeah. This is the first I'm hearing of these stats, so I think that's safe to say. 3 goals. Yeah, for sure.
How about playing in the Brooks Center and being undefeated at home this season?
Yeah. Kirsten asked me about that after the game. First time hearing of that again. It's fun, man. I mean, we know how loud it gets in there, and we obviously, you know, everyone prefers to play at home in your own bed, in your own locker room, stuff like that. So, I don't know. I think we have the speed and skill on this team to take advantage of the big ice for sure, but I don't really have an answer, man. It's just it's more fun at home, you know, when the fans are cheering for you versus against you.
The discussion with Coach Larson and how it worked or didn't work for you?
I mean, obviously we've got a lot of trust with Coach Larson this year. We've built that over the year, and we had a meeting, and obviously as a line last night we all talked and we weren't our best, and that happens throughout a year. What's important is the bounce back, and we had a meeting with Coach, and he basically called us out and gives you kind of a truth bomb, which you need to hear, which is good. So we kind of pride ourselves on being consistent and showing up every night. And when you don't play to your standard, sometimes you need to be called out, and obviously tonight it worked and played well tonight.
And your offense was dominating all night. How were you able to keep generating shots on net?
Again, kind of the second pressure attacks. You know, you get a shot on net, we're beating them to pucks. I think on the big ice, it really helped us with their defensemen. We were able to get inside position and beat them to the corner to the pucks.
And as a sophomore, you have over 50 career points already. How have you been able to see so much success in not even your full 2 years?
You know, I've been very blessed to play with some good players. Last year, Isamont, this year, Newell and Robbie right now, and that's something that definitely benefits to it as well, and just working hard. God's given me, you know, an ability to play hockey, and He's put me in a good spot, so I'm really thankful for that.
Can you walk us through that assist you had to Rob?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was kind of coming up the wall, and it's kind of a broken play. Coxie had a good chance and came back behind the net. I kind of spun off a guy and beat him to the net, and then saw Rob out of the corner of my eye and threw it over there, and sure enough, he one-timed it in, so it was a great shot.
What was more fun, that pass or that goal?
I'm always a pass guy. Yeah, I like the passing. It's fun to score goals, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I love to make passes like that.
What's the biggest difference you think from this year's team maybe to last year's?
I think our depth, we were deep last year, but I think 1 through 4 lines this year can go against any first line in our league. Really, when you go to Will Hammer stepping in the lineup tonight, having a great game, like that's a credit to our team and kind of a next man up attitude, and I think that's where we really made a big difference this year. And I think coaching wise too is having that attack mentality all the time. And coach doesn't let us have any lulls ever. And last year, occasionally we'd have lulls, and you win games that kind of sweep under the rug. But this year, Coach Larson's very detail oriented. So when our details are off a bit, he's letting you know. So I think that's the biggest difference.
And speaking of that next man up mentality, we've been seeing it the past couple of weeks. And again, more people getting playing time that we don't normally see. What have you thought about how they've stepped up?
It's been great to see. Any good team finds a way to win when you don't have guys in the lineup or you're not at your best. Unfortunately, we've had some injury and illness, so I couldn't be more proud of our group, the way we respond, especially some freshmen stepping in and playing bigger roles, such as Micah Miller. Sam Henches have been playing great the last 2 weekends. It's the best hockey they've played all year, so that's really encouraging to see. And like I said, Will Hammer stepping in tonight after not playing for a while and having a phenomenal game, so that's great to see.
That's all I got.